Data is everywhere, and those who know how to deal with data get amazing job opportunities with a high salary. One of these jobs is the data engineer, with a base salary of $124,000 per year, and it's easier to become a data engineer than ever before. Plus, you can often work from home, and it's an incredibly future-proof data role. In this video, we're going to go over the IBM Data Engineering Professional Certificate. The data engineer is one of those untapped roles that have a high demand but not enough qualified candidates. That is why IBM released this program, to help beginners prepare for a career in the field of data engineering. They even claim to make you job ready in less than 6 months, although we're going to discuss that and how true that actually is. Let's take a quick look at the program before we get into the specifics and the pros and cons. So it's a certificate course, which means they get a verifiable certificate at the end when you're done, and you can put this on your resume, your LinkedIn, and so on. Everything is online and there are no live lectures or anything. You can access the material at your own time. It's a 100% flexible course, and the deadlines are only there to help you progress. It's expected to take you roughly 5 months to complete at 10 hours per week, but you can take it faster and as slow as you want depending on how busy you are. So if you have a lot of time right now, you can definitely speed through the material and easily get this done in 1 to 2 months max. Now once you've completed this program, you can turn it into real college credit if you want, which is exactly what you receive after completing a course at university or college. This is because the American Council on Education has rated this online course as being equal to specific courses that you study at a university normally. These courses include Introduction to Python, Introduction to Database Systems, Advanced SQL Programming, and finally data mining. So you've technically completed these courses at university by just taking this online course, and they add up to 12 college credit. Now what is this going to cost you? It's a subscription called Coursera Plus, and the price depends on where you live. It's normally $49 per month, and with that you can access their entire course catalog if you want to add some other courses to supplement your learning. They do offer scholarships, but if you just want to get started right now, they also offer a free 7-day trial, which is a great opportunity to see if you enjoy the course before anything else. The cost of taking this program isn't really financial though, it's the time and effort you put into it, which in this case is at least a few months. Trust me, you don't want to spend this much time completing a course if it's not going to help you get a job. So we're going to take a look and see if this will help you become a data engineer as a beginner. So who is this course really meant for? Well, it is beginner level, and the only real experience that is required is a basic understanding of computers. You don't need any prior programming or data experience. This program will help you towards an entry-level job as a data engineer, and some other roles as well, which we're going to take a look at in a second. Now let's take a look at the course structure and how it's going to work. There are quite a few different courses, 13 in total, and most of the courses are very short, so keep that in mind. We start off with a light introduction to data engineering, then we move over to some Python. Now the Python you learn is really specific to data engineering, but of course they have to teach you some of the fundamentals so that you understand the Python for data engineering. You'll do a project, then you're going to move over to some relational databases, which we use to store data in rows and columns basically. More about databases, some SQL, and then some Linux, which is an operating system. Then we move over to some more specific like data engineering things like extract, transform, and load, or ETL, and data pipelines, which is just basically different ways of transporting data to where we need it. The next few courses are about different concepts like data warehousing, some basic analytics, more about databases, and an introduction to big data, which is just enormous amounts of data and how to deal with it basically. And that's pretty much it for this program. You'll also do a final capstone project at the end, where you will demonstrate proficiency in the skills required for an entry-level job in data engineering, and you can put this project in your portfolio right away. Now the main tools you're going to learn in this certificate are pretty obvious. It's the programming languages SQL and Python. You do need a very strong understanding of SQL to become a data engineer, but they also teach you things like Apache Spark, which is a system used for big data. And finally, you'll also learn Linux, like I said, the operating system, and they do teach you a lot about Linux because it's very common in data engineering. Let's cover what I like about this course, and the first thing is how incredibly easy it is to follow. You start and just keep learning and gain all of this valuable knowledge along the way. Navigating the data field and knowing what skills to learn can be really tough, so I like that they just give you exactly what you need and all you have to do is follow the course. Next, there'll be a lot of hands-on projects, which is incredibly useful, both for your own learning but also for your future portfolio. The course comes with both small exercises as well as bigger projects that you'll be working on, but all with the guidance, of course. When you finish the course, you get access to a variety of different job resources, and these include like soft skills training, a resume review with personalized feedback to improve your resume before applying to jobs. You'll also get an opportunity to practice interviewing directly through their online tools, which I think is great. And finally, you'll get a job searching guide from Coursera apply directly. I think it's really nice that they offered these resources because it's definitely not something we expect from this course. Now hold up, we need to talk about something. Is this course going to make you a data engineer instantly? According to Coursera, you're going to learn in-demand skills to get job ready in less than 5 months. We need to examine this together because something doesn't really make sense here. While you're going to learn a lot of useful skills really fast, data engineering isn't exactly the easiest thing to get a job in as a beginner. It's all going to depend on your previous experience and education. What I need to say is that many of these skills also apply to other roles such as a data analyst, so everything you learn is really valuable. I mean, everybody in data has to know SQL almost, and knowing all of these things is going to help you get much closer to a data job anyway. Now let's get into my final recommendation and whether you should take this course or not. It's pretty obvious that it's a beginner course, but I do think that there are two different ways of using this course to boost your career. Firstly, if you already have a degree or some previous knowledge, but you want to specialize in data engineering, I think it's a really great option. It's going to help you build up a lot of that true in-depth knowledge and specialization and the key data engineering skills, which is going to help you land a job. Secondly, if you're someone that has no experience, it can be a great way to learn a ton of high valuable skills in data engineering. If you want to get a job as a data engineer, chances are that you have to study a bit more or gain some experience in another data role, but I think it's definitely going to boost your career. Now, it is a beginner course, so if you're more advanced, I wouldn't recommend taking this one. If you already have the skills from certain courses, you can also skip some of the courses, but unfortunately you don't get a certificate at the end if you skip any courses. So I'm not sure if I would recommend doing so. I mean, you could just complete the excess courses anyway for a bit of extra practice. Good luck on your data engineering journey, and watch this video next to learn more about how to start a career in data, for example, as a data analyst.